everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Ravens going up against the Browns. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman. I like the way you use the word big, because that's exactly what Brashad Perryman is, a big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
Well, I'm just impressed that you work confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I played against his dad in college.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Back in that Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Philly, here we go. Leopard. Leopard. All right, here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now back to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
All right, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And they get 14 yards there and a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Down to the 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They're going to look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 16 yards and sets him up 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Receiver moving to a new spot. Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes left side. A great read, and it's picked off. 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
But that is not my father or my grandfather's defensive tackle, because those guys, they were pretty static on the line of scrimmage, just kind of hold things up, and if plays came to them, they made some tackles. Nowadays, your job is to get upfield, get into the offensive backfield, and make plays. And oh my goodness, can these guys run nowadays? That's why they're able to make plays all up and down the line of scrimmage.
Watch it now, Barney. Overlap, Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Go! No, check, Patriots!
They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have...
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
He's got time. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding time. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They get 31 yards that time, and it'll give the Browns a 1st down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. And he motions the wide receiver. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Set, move, landing. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He's got daylight. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Hard, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows him sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And now here come the Ravens. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right.
All right, here we go. Green, 3.
Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And the wideout in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fresh set of downs here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Let's go. Boom, landed.
Little motion now from the tight end.
Gone. Detroit.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, it's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
13 yards down to the 13.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This will be caught just inside the 10. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Can't find anyone open. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Escapes the sack. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. For that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third down, he'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Set. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He's got time in the pocket. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Hurry up, here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now. Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit. Go. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run.
Now let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Over. No, check. Hurry up, here we go. 3, no, check. No, check. Patriot. Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
Now back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their big-bodied receiver with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. And the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimize.
It's a foot race. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
Defense showing blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Abner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your...
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the D-line's going to spread out. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Ravens, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.